So here we're going to do a flow meter and gas calibration for indirect calorimetry if we were going to set up a maximum VO2 test. So we're going to go over to our Parvomedics software here. We're going to hit gas calibration. And the first thing that we need to do is look at our environmental conditions. So we're going to look at room temperature, and inside it says 23 degrees. So we're going to insert that into the software. We're going to look at relative humidity, and it looks like we're at 34%, so 34% humidity, and the barometric pressure is 755, so it's increased slightly. And then we're going to hit OK. And so after this, we're going to turn on our gas calibration to 3 psi. Be careful with that lever, it's pretty sensitive. And we're going to wait 15 seconds for this to calibrate. The computer is calibrating the gases in the room and the gases in our calibration tank. So we have nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and oxygen in the tank. And this is going to calibrate our system. Going through another sample, so we can turn off our gas calibration, and we're going to turn it off and make sure not to turn it too far because this is sensitive. So turn off gas calibration, and here we can see a negative 0.2% change, and we're just looking to make sure it's no greater than 3%. So we can move on. This is acceptable, and we'll save this reading. And so the gas calibration is complete, and we'll move over to flow meter calibration. And once again, we're going to look at our environmental conditions: 23% or 23 degrees Celsius, 34% humidity, and we have 755.1 millimeters of mercury for barometric pressure. So that looks good. And so now we're going to do our flow meter calibration, and this is to establish a connection between our ventilation, and that actually doesn't go in that hole. We're going to put the mouthpiece here, and so this is going to replicate the subject actually having this mouthpiece while they're performing a test, and we're going to collect the expired gases out of this side of the face mask. And so the first thing that we have to do is a detection. Make sure that this is steady on the counter. And the first plunge is a detection. So we're going to pull the syringe fully out and insert it fully in. And then we're going to do 4 flushes. And these are synonymous with someone breathing. And so this is also a 3-liter calibration syringe, so we know the exact amount of volume we're working with. And now we go to strokes, and we do 5 strokes, each of them increasing in magnitude until we get to the 5th stroke. And so on the screen, on the software program, we're going to hit the dotted line as we pull the syringe out and push it back in. And so it's going to let us know if we exceeded the threshold or if we need to perform another stroke. And sometimes it takes more than one attempt to reach the threshold. And so the software will tell us when the strokes are not accepted. And so it's important to increase the amount of force for the syringe, but it doesn't want to accept any of these right now. And we're just trying to get the last one.